Nangangati na naman ang itlog ko, nangangati na naman ang itlog ko, ka. Nangangati na naman ang itlog ko, nangangati na naman ang itlog ko, ka. What's up YouTube, it's your boy Dashing and this is week 2 of the SCD. I am the coach of Kati, Itlog, and this week we take on James and the Myrtle Magikarps. His team consists of G Max Butterfree, Max Gyarados, Regieleki, Scizor, Kingdra, Klefki, Gastray, Politoed, Uxie, Sableye, Omastar, and Palossand. So I've seen James play a couple of seasons now in TPL, and he has moments of greatness and moments of what the fuck. Now looking at the team, I really have a bad matchup this week. His team has a lot of threats that really work well against my team, particularly Gyarados and Regieleki. Like imagine this matchup if I didn't trade Cole for Raichu, I would be, astronomically fucked. So we do have a few win conditions here. I built a team that's supposed to cover a number of responses, so most of the stuff he'll have, I would have something for that if I play correctly. And the game will generally come down to like crucial 50-50s and possible hacks, especially if he decides to bring his prankster mons. So I'm expecting him to bring Reggie, Gyarados, Toad, either Klefki or Sableye, Scizor, and Kingdra. Now looking at team preview, no Toad, no Kingdra. Instead, he opted for the Trick Room set of Uxie and Gastray. That's fine. It would have been better, in my opinion, if we didn't really change our set, because we really struggle versus Scizor in this matchup. So I was running like a mono psychic on what do you call this, Reuni, and then I changed it to Av Thunder, so I have something to hit the Scizor with. If we didn't change that, we could probably just set up, I don't think he has any mons that can phase us out. I think Gyarados has Roar, but he won't be able. I doubt he's gonna use that. It's his Maxmon. So in the matchup here, yeah, I'm not really sure how this is gonna go, but hopefully we get some good reads here. So without further ado, let's get on with the match. So he leads Klefki as we go Reggie here. So my first thoughts here, he could probably trick us an item, probably Choice Band, because our Reuni can just wall this one, and if he does that, he has a good check to probably his biggest threat. If I'm him, I'm probably sweating the Reuni at this moment. So he goes for T-Wave actually, as we go Body Press. So we are AV Raichu here, so I couldn't risk the switch there, because if we lose our AV, we're suddenly vulnerable to Reggie, and we need the AV to block as much Ancient Power or Hyper Beams as possible. So we go for Body Press. Turns out it's really bulky, and it's also lefties. So I would prefer him to be Light Clay, so that it's basically on a timer. He goes Uxie on the Body Press. That's fine. He sets up rocks here. I think I tried to set up rocks, but I get parried. That's gonna be the story of this game, unfortunately. He goes U-turn as I go for a Toxic, put it on a timer, but that's fine. He can just pivot out. Raichu comes in. Imagine if I got the Body Press there, he would be, at 40% at that point, and resisted hit. We go for a Discharge here, no Paras on our end. We go for a Volt Switch, bring back Steel. He goes for a Psychic, doesn't do much. So his best move now is to go into Scissor, and because we kind of revealed most of our sets at this point, and try to knock off the, what do you call this, the lefties. So if you saw, I got parried 2 turns in a row there. He goes for the knockoff. That's 41. He actually gets a really high roll bullet punch there. Had I lived that, I would have possibly knocked out the Scissor in 1 hit, or he would fall to rocks shortly. So losing Mianxiao is really big in this game, because you know Mianxiao can really go to work on a lot of his mons. I go for the body press here, and we do a comfy 30 damage or 30% to the Scissor. So it's gonna try to keep pivoting in and out with this Klefki, Scissor, and Uxie. Defog the rocks, because it turns out the Scissor doesn't have Roost. So that is actually a huge win condition for us. If the Scissor goes down, suddenly our Reuni and the Comfy are huge threats. They could like really just win the game if positioned correctly. So here's an important turn. We miss a Thunder. So you know, that Thunder would have done, I don't know, a good 30% to it, or maybe more. Even if it's AV, it's still gonna do good damage, and we do have a chance to paralyze it as well. We go for the body press, he goes for U-turn. So it's just pivoting in and out here. We set up rocks. He goes for the defog. We get parried again. So, we're kind of just repeating everything that's happening here. If I was him, you know, I don't know, maybe I would stay in a few turns with Uxie and just throw additional psychics to, you know, chip me down even more. Of course, he knows that I have Toxic, so he might think I'll be throwing that out. But the 3 mons that he has, I'll just pause here. So the 3 mon that he has pivoting around are Uxie, Clef, and Scissor. So 2 of those are immune to Toxic. So it's very unlikely I'm just gonna throw it out randomly and miss a turn. You know, it's really hard for us to break through paralysis as it is, and having your turn wasted on, you know, basically a 30% chance you'll hit the right mon. And it's probably not going to even be that significant because Uxie has lefties as well, and you know, it's just going to U-turn out. So Glacier comes in and just goes for the CC. It's guaranteed to outspeed because we are paralyzed. I mean, even if we weren't, we would still fall, but we could put it into discharge range from Raichu, possibly. So we continue here, especially now that it's minus stats. Goes for a crunch. I feel like, you know, some people would say that was a bad move, but I had to gauge, like, if he did have crunch or not. Because, you know, I wanted a scenario wherein I think when Reggie went down, the game was really over at that point. Like, I needed Reggie to take out the Scissor before it goes down, or put it within range of Comfy, like, I don't know, 10% or something like that. But it didn't happen. And no, this Glacier probably has Heavy Slam for Comfy as well, but you know, it probably won't OHKO if it's unboosted. So at this point, if I was him, I'll probably win the game 5-0 because he doesn't really have switch-ins to Lapras. We go max here. Surprisingly, that was actually a misclick on my end. I was supposed to go for the Ice first and then the Max Lightning. So, you know, oopsie. So it's revealed to be Citrus. We don't leave the second one, but that's going to be falling down to the discharge, especially in terrain. So at this point here, yeah, I could go. Would I have gone Uxie there? Yeah, possibly. Set up Trick Room. I'm not sure why he did that actually. That was weird. The thing is, I don't really know what set the Gyarados was. Okay. Alright. So at this point here, basically he could switch in Gyarados, Max, and then just end the game 5-0. But he stays in, goes for the Bullet Punch, does a fuck ton of damage. I probably should have calced that to see if we could live, so we could get like a free CM there, but you know, I was really done with the game at this point. So he goes to Klefki here. These are very questionable plays at this point. I'm not sure if he realized it. I thought he was trolling at this point, like, bro, the game is over, just go to Gyara and just win. But yeah, you know, for some reason he continued. He actually told me after the game that he thought Comfy may have Thunder, so you know, that could have been a win condition for me. I break through Paralysis here from Comfy, so I'm getting a lot luckier with the Paras with Comfy than with Reggie here. I don't think we're able to take this out. Yeah, we get some heal there. He goes Volt Switch, and he should go to Gyara now. He doesn't. I don't know why. We go Draining Kiss. We don't kill. He goes for Psychic. Oh yeah, we got Para there. So you know, if we didn't get Para, that would have been a 2-0. Gyara finally comes in. He finally comes to his senses and takes us out. With a Max Air or Max Water. Even gets a crit. Crit didn't matter, I'm sure. Or maybe it did. But, you know, next hit's gonna kill. So, very unfortunate game. So, I was thinking how significant those Paras with Reggie was. So, you know, I'm really hesitant to say the game was won through hacks because James played it really well. But when I checked it, I had 21 turns with Reggie attacking, and 10 of those got parried. So almost 50% paralysis there. So you could say that, you know, if some of those turns I had rocks up, if some of those turns I got the body press on Scizor, then maybe we take it out. We probably would have taken it out if we had like an additional 5 turns there. We don't really know. It's not guaranteed that we would have, but if we did, a lot of our options suddenly open up at that point, and we wouldn't have been forced to go Lapras all of a sudden. And also of course the misplay with the Max Lightning at the end. But you know, there's no shame losing to James. Good player, and especially in a bad matchup. So hopefully we can bounce back next week. Unfortunately, we're fighting someone with, I believe it's the dude with the Max or Shifu single strike. So I'm not sure why they allowed that one, especially you know, I could see them allowing it if the Wicked Blow was banned, but having it allowed, that's you know, it's one of those, you know. So yeah, that's gonna be the game. This game really made me Kati, like seriously. Kati. So yeah, if you guys like the content, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.